Hello and welcome to another weekly market commentary, as brought to you by Trade with Precision and icecommentary.com. This commentary is for the shortened week for commencing the 4th of July. And before we get into the commentary, I'd just like to say happy holidays to you and your family. Hope you have a great time off. And yeah, you get to spend it with those that you love. Now, the markets will be taking a holiday as well, and we'll be resuming business as usual from Tuesday. But we're getting the commentary up nice and early so that you can plan the week ahead. Now, this previous week has been what can only be described as a blinding one. It's been absolutely phenomenal, the type of moves that have happened. We've had quite a busy week with news, with the Greek government voting for austerity measures. Now, the markets actually really didn't care. Before or after the vote, it didn't matter. It was pushing higher. Okay, there was a lot of bullishness in the marketplace. And you can see, looking at the Russell Daily here, how positive it really has been. Okay, we've had a blinder, absolutely blinder. I mean, for all intents and purposes, we were in a downtrend, making low lows, lower highs inside here. Most of us were thinking, hey, continuation to the downside from those moving averages, nice little pullback and reversal right through here. But that didn't happen, did it? The market absolutely reversed hugely, and we put in this huge upside move. Okay, fantastic. Now, looking at the weekly chart, you can see that the week it's a really big one. And actually, on some of the index markets, which I'll show you in a little while, there was one of the biggest weeks since we made our major low in the beginning of 2009. That's how much of a big week it really was. Now, was it a surprise that we were going to move down to the downside through the last couple of months? Well, absolutely not. I mean, you can see that on most index markets, we had some divergence which needed to play itself out, and it has. It's played itself out. We've pulled back, and now we've made a huge big push on to assault the highs. And I would definitely say, looking at just these candlesticks, there is a continuation here to assault the overall 850 and beyond. Absolutely. And the reason why I say that is looking at the monthly chart. Just look at how powerful this chart really is. We'll be making higher highs, higher lows. We've got good convergence on MACD and RSI. And when we pull back into these moving averages, look at all these bottoming tails, really positive. Okay, very positive. We haven't had a negative month on the Russell all the way since, you might be there, but definitely there. Okay, definitely there. So beginning of '09, that's the first really bearish monthly candlestick where we closed well beneath the low of the prior candlestick. Other than that, it's just been upwards movement all the way since then, just positive bullishness, just closing above its neighbor, pushing higher, making new highs. So this monthly chart definitely looks like we're set to continue. If we can get above the June candlestick, which is this one right here, I definitely think that there is some upside potential here, guys. I really do. And yeah, 850 and beyond, definitely. Now, the other markets, I think what's worth looking at would be the S&P and the NASDAQ. Now, looking here, let me delete that old line. I just want to show you this weekly candlestick. There hasn't been a big move such as we've had this last week for a long time. Looking back here, that candlestick was quite a wide-ranging candlestick, much like the one we've got right now. So that's looking pretty good. Hey, I mean, look what happened last time we had one. Okay, we had this huge big negation of this downtrend, and that started this beautiful move that we've been trading for the last 2.5 years. Been fantastic trading. So yeah, you have to say that now we're going to push higher and maybe even assault the all-time highs back in '07. Okay, well, I don't know about that just yet. I don't quite know about that, and I'll show you why I back that up. Now, looking at the NAS, again, look at these daily candlesticks. This last week, absolutely, what a blinder. And it's not a surprise that we came from these levels. I mean, I really believe that price structures in the markets are really important. Now we've got the big number 2200. It's acted as resistance and support all the way through there, and this left shoulder into this consolidation that we've had here. Look at this consolidation range. The left shoulder area was actually proved to be the most key part of this consolidation. So it's not a surprise that we found some kind of support down through here. Also, inside this level here, I was thinking to myself, is this accumulation or is it distribution? I don't quite know just yet. However, as soon as we got above the 2250 level through there, it was just one-way traffic all the way up, and we've been pushing higher. Okay. Now, before I give you my synopsis for the week ahead, let's just have a quick look at the volumes. Now, this is what really worries me a little bit about this latest move. Okay, so we're looking now at the S&P. Okay, Look at this weekly candlestick. Very, very bullish, as I've already said. The biggest bullish candlestick we've had in a very, very long time. But look at its volume. Okay, look at this volume. Volume is very, very low going into the into the Independence Day holiday. It's the lowest volume week we've had since Christmas. Okay, since back here and there. Okay, so that's a little bit of a worry. All the way up, you can see that the average volume is just decreasing all the way up. So there's just no real buy-in this year to this move higher. So we're starting to get these very huge, big moves starting to occur. And that, for a trader, is a bit of a worry because that decreases my overall probability. Looking at the NASDAQ, you can see the same type of scenario as on the S&P. Huge, big weekly candlestick, very, very low volume. All right? And also volume average tailing off as we move higher. So more market participants aren't really getting involved in this push higher, and I think it's just there is a lot of unknowns. The market should be going down. There's so much bad news out there, but we don't. We continue higher, and there's actually mixed market news coming out. So it's just one of those things. Market likes to push higher, and we as traders need to trade with it. Okay, the weekly Russell future. There is still quite good volume in this latest little sell-off and pullback. You can see how much volume we had during this period. The weekly candlestick, not so bad as far as volume is concerned, so that's okay. Alright, so how does that play into my my thoughts for the week ahead? Well, looking back at the futures, I definitely think that we have some upside potential, but what I'd like to see, however, is a little bit of a temporary pause, perhaps. The reason why I say that is because we're coming into some kind of overhead resistance, the 840-400 level. It was almost like a zone between 840 and 850, zone of resistance, and we've battled with it in the past. And we're coming up to it again. We also extended from the moving averages, so some little bit of a pullback through here for us to regroup and really assault that resistance zone. I think that would be great. I really do think that would be a good way to handle it. I don't like buying extended markets. I think that is a very low probability or low odds play, and I don't like it at all. So I'm hoping that we get some kind of a pullback before this next move up. Okay, that's what my plan is. And I'm going to see what happens on Tuesday. How's the market going to open, and what's it going to do? Any kind of little temporary pause in price or sell-off will be welcome in my eyes because of that overextension from these lows. We've had a very big move down from 770 up to 840. It was over a 5% move in this market this last week. So a little bit of a regroup would be great. Okay, but overall, I'm voting for a move to the upside. If we can get above June and close and break, a break and close above 850 in June's candlestick, I definitely think that this has a massive potential to the upside. Alright folks, hopefully you have a fantastic holiday, and from all of us at Trade with Precision and AskCommentary.com, wishing you a good old time. Thanks for now. Bye.